Wow, what a difference a needle makes. Okay, more on that lately. I mean, later. Okay. Um, well, hey, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode in Plastic High Fidelity. I am your humble host, uh, Agent 317X. So if you can figure that out, leave me a comment below. Okay, so we've got the silver painted platter mat. Everything else. So we got the capacitors in here today, finally, and they showed up just in the nick of time. So there they are, all matching, same color, and they're, what brand are they? Toa, Japan. So there they are. I hadn't tested those. I'm going to do that later because I'd like to know what kind of shape they were in. If they were like everything else in this, or on that amplifier board, they were probably in pretty good shape. Now, when I first played this the other day, it didn't sound all that well. And so after the new parts, new lube job, basically 2 new shiny knobs instead of those black ones. I didn't like those. So after I got everything put back together, I spent about 4 hours listening to this thing. And the first hour or so, it was just horrible. I was distraught. I thought something was bad wrong. And so I got to looking at the tone arm as it was moving across the record. And everything seemed to be a little jittery and bumpy and everything. And I thought, well, that's not right. I didn't notice that the other day, but so I stopped it and I inspected this thing here, and come to find out that the needle that was in it didn't fit very well. It was loose. So it was moving in the groove. It was just like, back and forth movement like this, and jumping up and down and squirming back and forth. The whole thing was. So I thought, well, that's not good. But I went over to the other mono. I took the needle out of it and put it in this, and that stopped it. Well, now they have the same cartridge. It's a Vanco, Varco, or something, Japanese cartridge. And so I took and put the needle out of that one into this one, and that stopped all that. The sound difference was pretty, substantial. So I don't know what is wrong with this needle, other than it being two-sided, one with a LP diamond and the other with an LP sapphire. But they look identical in a lot of ways, but it just didn't fit well. And I can't tell, without a microscope or something, to see how much damage there is to that diamond or whatever. But anyway, it's going to go back into the little mono until I can replace it. And I'll put a new one in here and put this one back in the mono because it's practically new. It ain't had a lot of play. But in the meantime, we're going to use it in this one. So, yeah, mechanically, this is a good machine. It's a lot like that Wildcat over there. It's quieter operating. This actually shuts off quieter than the Wildcat does. It's just, a click and then it's off. There's not a great deal of noise or anything in this after the new lube job. And there's just, I don't know, there's a couple of little tiny issues. One of them is, you see the 45 adapter there. Now that's the one that I bought, that I used on the other mono. And so I figured, since it fit here and it worked, it would fit in the holder. But see, when you close the stupid lid, it won't close. So I got to thinking, oh my God, did General Electric have another type of 45 adapter just for this thing? Surely not, because this one fits really well and it works. I mean, it will drop, because I dropped 6 on this thing today, and it dropped every one of them just like it's supposed to, one at a time. The mechanism worked really well. I was pleased. So I went ahead and screwed everything down. I thought, well, I'll check the outputs, the heat sinks, to make sure it wasn't getting hot. They were warm, and that's normal, because I played it for about 4 hours. Didn't even shut it off. The motor got hot. Of course, it's supposed to. It's old, and it's AC. And speaking of AC, brand new power cord. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. So looks pretty good, don't it? That silver, you like that? On that, all that blue and silver and black and silver and blue and silver. I like those knobs better. I bet you do too, than them old black ones. Had plenty of these left over from stuff, so I cleaned them up last night, polished them. Nice. But anyway, I don't know what else to say other than, like I said, I'm going to check these capacitors, see how much they were off. The resistors and the other 3 little ceramic caps that were in this thing, excuse me, were well within tolerance, according to the schematic. So I was surprised. And I guess that's one thing. I wish I could play it for you, I've got some Walt Disney records, 78 RPMs. I might try to clean one up and put on here in another video. But it wouldn't be, what it actually is. It does pretty well. The spring kept popping off that adjusts the tension or the weight of the stylus on the record. So I got that fixed, I think. And, oh yeah, I've got to fabricate something or another to fix this post, instead of having to tie it down every time I go to move it or something. But only one side's broke, so I'll come up with something just so that'll work again, unless I come up with one of those, and that's not very likely. But there it is, the old Deluxe Automatic 1975. I'll tell you something else strange too. Let me take this off for a minute. This arm, and it's the only way I see it work, it won't go any further, but when you lift it up and you bring it over, that's as far as it goes. Isn't that a little odd? And I've tried, man. I've looked at everything. There's nothing bent. There's nothing broke. There's nothing stopping it, except the stop. So, so you got to put a record in. You got to kind of like put it in under there and then drop it down or stack it, I mean, it works, but You know, gee whiz. I meant cheese whiz. But there it is. I like it. It cuts right off. That's another thing about this. I like it because it kind of sort of matches. How strange is that? You know, get the dust off of it there. And it does work well. It's an amazing piece of equipment as far as the sound quality. I'm pretty certain that, you know, these new capacitors had something to do with that. And that needle. This one doesn't fit in there loose. Fits in here just right, and it flips. The other one didn't do that. You had to do it manually and get it to stay up in there. But this one actually clicks when you do that. So buying another needle. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is the last of the record players. Now I know you're saying, oh God, you know, that'll give me a reason to go back to watching these videos. Everybody's watching the shorts, or they're viewing them anyway. But some of the videos isn't getting much airtime, so, but that's okay. You know, so probably won't be anything else on this one unless something major happens. But right now it's in good shape. It's clean as a pin, looks good, sounds good, and yeah. Well, oh, okay, that's why. But anyway, that's it. No more record players for a while, and we got to find something else now. So might be a while before there'll be another video, but yeah, that's it. So from the land of plastic Hi-Fidelity, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.